आगे का टॉपिक Yes, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, because of some technical problem, I am unable to share my screen. The moment I'm trying to share my screen, I'm getting out of the session. So, what we are going to do today is that without sharing the screen, we will start with the session because again there will be a problem. So, instead of sharing screen, we will start with the session. So yes, in the previous session, we were discussing about the VRIO model of strategic management. We had started with that particular model. So 2 points we had discussed in that particular model. First one was the value. So value we had discussed as well as the rarity part also we had discussed in the previous session. I hope my voice is clear to all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So you will not be able to see my screen because I'm unable to share my screen because of some technical problem. But as and when if my voice is not audible, please let me know that you are not audible. So under VRIO framework, we had discussed the 2 points or the two factors we will say. First one is V, that is value, and the other one is rarity. So how valuable the product of the organization is and how much value is attached with that particular product of the organization that we had discussed under VRIO analysis or under VRIO framework in the previous session. Next comes the I and then comes the O. So I stands for immutability. Now, immutability, is it difficult for the competitors to replicate the resource or capability? Now, when we are doing the analysis, the VRIO analysis, at that particular time, we have to write down that under V, how much value our product is having. Under R, how rare our product is in the market. Under I, imitability, that whether it is easier or difficult to imitate our product. Imitate is copy our product. So imitability or copying has become a major challenge for all the organizations of the world. Now, recently, many tech companies, particularly of America, and those the tech companies which are or which have invested millions and billions of dollars in the previous, say, 5 years. Now, these companies have come to the conclusion that it is very difficult or very costly to maintain the AI infrastructure of that particular organization. So earlier, 5 years back, when these companies, the major tech companies, when they had decided that they will be going for AI, that is artificial intelligence, wherein the machines will be replacing the human beings. At that particular time, 5 years back, the plans were drawn, millions and billions were invested in the R&D of artificial intelligence, and then the companies started implementing that AI revolution in their organization. The results were again great. The productivity increased because machines were replacing the employees, or robots were replacing the employees. Initially, the results were good, but now many of these tech companies are saying that now it is becoming very difficult for them to maintain the AI infrastructure which was made recently in the organization, keeping in mind that it will be helping the organization to get the target, to achieve the target, and very less demand of humans will be there in the organization. So, very easily it was thought that humans will be replaced by the machine. Now, many companies are saying that it is becoming very costly to maintain the AI infrastructure. The maintenance cost is enormous. And that's the reason why many companies have started calling back their employees to work whom they had already laid off. That now your services are not required because we have got robots or artificial intelligence. The moment they have realized that it is becoming very costly. Now, why all of a sudden these companies are saying that it is very costly? Because of the challenge of immutability, because of the challenge of copying. Now, when you just Google that how much the Western companies invested in coming up with the chat GPT, or how much Elon Musk's company has invested in coming up with Grok. So the figures which you will find are millions. They have invested millions of dollars in designing the chat GPT model, or in designing the AI based Grok model. Now, on the same line, the Chinese companies have come up with their own platform, their own model. Everyone might have heard about the company called DeepSeek, or the platform called DeepSeek. Now, DeepSeek is a Chinese competitor against Grok and ChatGPT. Now, if we compare the cost of Grok or cost of ChatGPT against the cost of DeepSeek, you will realize that there is a vast difference. It is DeepSeek is much cheaper than the the American version of say Grok or ChatGPT. The other Chinese AI tools like Dubao or Kimi, they are again giving a very tough fight to the American AI tools. American AI tools are very costly because lot of R&D is involved. Millions of dollars it takes to make these AI tools. At the same time, immediately the Chinese comes up with the exact copy of these tools at a very cheaper price. That's the main reason why the American firms are saying that it is very difficult for us to maintain, to say, keep the maintenance of these uh, AI tools. So when we talk about immutability, the company has to understand or has to write down that whether our product is easily imitable, easily copied. If it is easily copied, then it is very difficult for the company to sustain, because the moment it is copied, there are many options available to the customers. Earlier, only Chat GPT was there, so no option, but only Chat GPT. Then came in Grok, then came in the other platform. Immediately, the Chinese came up with their DeepSeek. So when your competitor is able to copy your product in a very shorter span of time, that means you have the market advantage of say the first player in that market for a very short period of time. So ChatGPT had that advantage for a very short period of time. Immediately, the Chinese came in, the DeepSeek came in, and it became the competitor for ChatGPT. So that's the reason when we talk about immutability, the company has to first find out that how we can make our product difficult to copy, if not impossible. Because everything is possible, we cannot say that I have come up with a particular product and now this product cannot be imitated, it cannot be copied, it is impossible to copy. So everything can be copied, but it should not be very easy for the competitor to copy. It should be difficult, so it should take, say, years together for the competitor to say to come up with a product on that particular line, and which can pose threat to the original product. If it takes years together, then yes, that particular original product will be there in the market, leading the market for a longer period of time. So that is why it is said that when the video analysis is done, you need to write down whether your product is easily can be copied or it is difficult. So if you feel that yes, it can be easily copied, then you cannot sustain yourself in the market for a longer period time, or a longer period of time, or you cannot have that advantage for a longer period of time. So the moment you realize that yes, it can be copied, make that copying difficult for the competitors. And that is what imitability is. So copying should be difficult. Next one is organization. Next, the fourth framework, the fourth factor in the framework, Video framework, is organization. Can the firm effectively organize, capture the value of the resource or capability? Now, how a company as a whole can effectively organize and capture the value of resources? Now, how value of resources means here we are talking about all the resources. It is not only confined to human resource or the raw material or the machine, but it is inclusive of all the resources. From organization point of view, we need to see to it, or we need to analyze that whether our organization is able to use each and every resource required for the organization optimally. Optimally means that at the highest level, at the optimum level. There is a principle in economics which talks about optimum utilization of available resources. Now, this is very much applicable in this VREO framework in terms of the fourth factor called organization. So, we need to check that whether our organization is able to utilize all the resources, which includes machines, material, or human resource, or your finances, everything included. Whether my organization is able to use all the available resources at the maximum level, at the optimum level. So that is to be analyzed under organization. Now, that is what VREO framework is. So, VREO framework, it concentrates or it helps the organization to analyze its present and to analyze that how it can sustain its position in the future also. That we had discussed, that how we can add value to our product, how we can make the product very rare, how we can make copying our product very difficult, and how the entire organization as a whole can make all the available resources or use all the available resources to the fullest, optimum level, maximum level. So that is how the VREO framework helps the organization in analyzing its present position, as well as anticipating the future position of the organization. Now, for VREO framework, if you have not understood anything, please go ahead, or we will move on to the next one. I hope my voice is clear to all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Any query related to this? Okay, no query. No problem. So we will move on to the next topic, and next topic is called as the distinctive competency. Now, earlier we had discussed, before VREO framework, we had discussed what is the meaning of core competency, what are the characteristics of core competency, and what are the seven core competencies which are very essential nowadays for agile business. So that we had discussed before VREO framework in the previous session. So now we will be coming up with a new topic which is called as distinctive competency. Now, distinctive competency is different from core competence. Now, distinctive means, as the name itself suggests, that a competency which makes you different from the other competitors. That competency is called as distinctive competency. Now, I'll read out the definition. Distinctive competency refers to a characteristic, strength, quality that a business has which sets them apart from the competitors. A distinctive competency could be anything: a unique feature, a specific skill set, design, technology, distinctive branding, marketing, staff, or customer base. Now, all these are called as distinctive competency. Now, distinctive competency, I have given you the meaning of distinctive. The literal meaning of distinctive is different. So, that type of skill which a organization possesses, which makes the organization different from the other organization. For example, there are, say, two-wheeler manufacturing companies are there, automobile manufacturing companies are there, which are manufacturing two-wheelers, three-wheelers, four-wheelers, all these type of automobile companies are there. Now, distinctive competency means any company which is coming up with different product or different marketing strategies or different branding strategies. So that particular company will be called as company having distinctive competence. Now, that is what the literal meaning of distinctive competence. Now, distinctive is which is making the company different from the other company in that particular field. Now, today we all are aware that because of very intense competition, it is very difficult for a company to maintain, say, the highest position. But there are certain companies which are or which have become distinctive companies because of the product, because of the product which they are manufacturing. For example, we all are aware that there is a very small Asian country. The name of the country is Taiwan. It is very small, but the most distinctive competency of that particular country is that they are very strong in one particular sector, and that sector is related to chip, the chip which involves nanotechnology. Nanotechnology, we all are aware that the technology where the precision is say uh, very minute, minute than the size of our hair. So it is said that many times shorter than the size of minute than the size of a hair. So that technology is nanotechnology. Now, I am unable to recall the name of the company. We all are aware. You might be aware. Anyone who can just unmute and tell me the name of that particular company of Taiwan, which is controlling that particular chip market of the world. And they are supplying to everyone. They are supplying it to iPhone, they are supplying to Korean companies, they are supplying to the Chinese companies also. So they have set a company which has created them different from the other companies. That is very difficult for the other company to copy. Why? Because a very difficult technology is there. So they have mastered a very difficult technology. And it is very difficult. It is not impossible, but it is very difficult. And they have mastered and they are continuing. It is not that they have come up with that particular technology and they are selling that technology. They are, of course, selling that technology, but they are improving day by day in that particular technology. So they are introducing improvements also. So the other company, if get suppose if they copy their technology, but every time they are improving, then this company will have to keep in pace, and it is very difficult. Why iPhone has a particular say craze? Because iPhone is having that idea that we want to be distinctive, we want to be different, we don't want to be just like the other companies. Other companies, like if you take example of all the other companies, they are catering the customers in the entry level, that is below 10,000. Then they are catering to the customers of say middle level. that is anything between say 20,000, more than 10,000 and below 25,000. Then they are also catering to upper middle level, that is anything between 35,000 and between say 50, 60,000. And then they are targeting their the upper class also, that is the where the price of their mobile is more than say 70,000, 80,000, or 1 lakh or plus. But they have restricted, iPhone has restricted itself, that I we don't want to say do business in all these sectors. We don't want to cater to say below 10,000 rupees, or below 20,000 rupees, or below 30,000 rupees. We don't want to enter that market. We want to enter a market, and we want to stay in the market as a market leader for years and years together. That is the objective of the company, motto of the company, vision of the company. And on that basis, what they have done is that they have come up with distinctive competencies. Distinctive competencies means which makes them the competencies, the skills, the product which makes the company different from the other company. You take example of Vivo, you take example of Xiaomi, you take example of Samsung, you take example of Motorola. Every company you will find that they are catering to all the level of customers. But you take example of iPhone, you will find that they are catering to only a particular class of customers. The customers which can afford to pay 1 lakh plus for a particular phone. And that is making them different from the other companies. And they are not restricting themselves. Okay, we have come up with the best camera, best specification, best quality, best performance, best security. Every feature is loaded in the phone. Now there is no need to do further investment in coming up with the better version. They have not stopped doing the R&D. Continuously they are investing. If they are earning billions, they are again investing millions of dollars in doing the R&D, that how we can come up with a better version next time. So next, again we will be seeing every year or 7 8 months a new version of iPhone comes in. Now why they are coming up every 7 8 months or every year with a better next version? The reason is that they want to be distinctive or different from the other players in the market. They don't want to be like the other players in the market. Like you name any company in the telecom sector, they are different. So iPhone is different. So that is called as distinctive. That is distinctive. Now there are luxury car makers. Now again, they are distinctive. They are not say catering to the everyone. There are luxury cars or luxury brands which are say more expensive and more luxurious than the Rolls Royce also. There is a Italian car company which is manufacturing cars, and that particular car comes with a price tag of 150 to 200 cr. Now imagine the luxury. Now the vision of that particular company is very clear, that we want to cater for the needs of ultra luxurious people, ultra rich people. Only those people can afford those cars. which comes with say 150 to 200 CR. If we talk about Bugatti, their customer base is fixed. So these are some of the examples of distinctive competence. Now the companies are distinctive, very distinctive. They are not ready to cater for all the sectors. They have decided that this is my target customer, and I will be concentrating only on this particular customer only. We are not going to say just to increase the profit or just to increase the sales. We are not going to compromise on, or we are not going to say include the upper middle class or the rich class. No, these companies are, they have a vision that our customer is the ultra rich, and we will be catering only to the ultra rich, and that is uh, distinctive competence, because they want to minimize competition in this. They are aware that in this particular sector the competition is going to be minimum. The number of people who can purchase 150 cr to 200 cr car is very less, and the competitors are also aware that when the target customers are very less, it is not good for us, or it is not profitable for us to start investing or start targeting those customers, because the company is already having that base, that customer base they are having. So why to interfere, or why to enter that market where the customers are very less? So competition, whenever a company comes, is having a distinctive competency. That distinctive competency ensures that company is having minimum competition. Minimum competition. Bugatti is having minimum competition. The Italian car maker, the name of that particular car or brand, I'm not able to recall. It starts from P. Okay, anyone can Google, and just you can unmute, and what is the name of that particular car? You can just uh, tell the other students also that this is the car. It is Italian luxury car maker, and the name of the brand, it is from P. It starts from P. And if we talk about Bugatti again, same. So that is distinctive. So companies with distinctive, the most important advantage, minimum competition. If you are having core competencies, other companies may come up with that core competencies. They might be having their own core competencies. So you, that core competency is not going to guarantee you minimum competition. But distinctive competition is definitely going to guarantee you minimum competition. Minimum competition means that you can concentrate only on your customer target audience. You are aware that now no one is competing, or very few players are there in the market. So you are very sure that your customer are not going to go anywhere. Now in India, if we talk about the telecom sector in India, only two players are there. One is Airtel, the other one is Jio. So both the players are aware that even if we are going to increase the price of our services, price of our packages, customers are not going to go anywhere. The customer has no other option but to opt for our services. The reason is because they have got that minimum competition, and they, how they had come for that particular minimum competition earlier. 10 years back the scenario was different. When Jio had entered, at that particular time, around 8 to 10 telecom companies were there in the Indian market. But later on, how again Jio came in with a distinctive competence. Why people in large number they shifted from Idea to Jio, from Airtel to Jio, from Unicorn to Jio, from from Telenor to Jio, and the idea idea was distinctive. No other company had implemented or had ever thought of implementing that particular idea, that for first 3 months we will be uh, giving you everything free, calling free, internet services free, messaging free, everything is free for 3 months. Only thing is you have to purchase that SIM card of Geo. You purchase SIM card of that, SIM card was also free. So that was distinctive competence. So they use distinctive competency to minimize competition. And once the competition was minimum, then they started raising the price of their services or price of their packages. So distinctive this competencies always guarantee you minimum competition. So that is the most important feature. See, there are six features of, sorry, five features of distinctive competencies that we will be discussing. First one is, I hope my voice is clear to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, features of distinctive competency is, first one, unique skills that give company an advantage. Features of distinctive competency we are discussing. The first one is unique skills that give a company an advantage. Unique skills. Geo came in with the concept everything free, free internet, free text, free call, free everything, and free SIM card. Distinctive, different. So unique skills that gives company an advantage. It gave the company an advantage that within 1 year the company was able to increase or capture the market of say um, capture the telecom market, the existing telecom market, which was ruled by many players. And within 3 years, it became one of the most important player in the market. And after 5 6 years, they topped that particular place in the market, top position in the market. So distinctive competency, one of the feature is that unique skills that give company an advantage. Unique skills were there. Their branding was unique. Their advertisement was unique. Their thought was unique. Everything was unique. Everything was new. No one had thought that this way also we can earn profit. No one had thought. So that was the first one. Second feature of distinctive competency is hard for competitors to imitate. It is very difficult for the competitor to imitate. That also we had discussed. Why some luxury companies? Why some some the in the European countries there is a brand. That brand is LV, Louis Vuitton. Now, the moment we say LV or Louis Vuitton, we are aware that this is a product which only the ultra rich can purchase or use. Because if a simple wallet, we need to purchase a simple wallet, the price of the wallet may be in lakhs. So it is not possible for a common man to purchase. So That is why the other players are not, say, joining in, or they are not manufacturing. Why they are not manufacturing? Because they are aware that the customers are limited. Customers are not, the number of customer is very less. But if the companies which are manufacturing wallet for, say, up to 1,000 rupees, up to 2,000 rupees, up to 3,000 rupees, more number of companies can join in, because they are aware that the market for 3,000 wallet, 3,000 rupees wallet is more than the market for 4 lakh rupees or 5 lakh rupees wallet. So when the number of customers are less, why to enter into that particular business? Because again, investment will be more, returns will be very less. So hard for the competitor to imitate. That's the reason one. Allow for unique product or services. Unique products and services. The company can come up with unique product and services. Now, most of you might be aware of the policy of Bugatti, that if you are having enough money, you can purchase Bugatti, but there are certain policies of Bugatti that after every, say, I think it is 2 years. After every 2 years, you need to change the cars. Even if you have parked the car, you have purchased the car for uh, many crores of rupees, maybe 10 crore, 20 crore, or 30 crore rupees. You have, um, for this many rupees, you have purchased a Bugatti, and you have, say, placed it in your garage. You have not taken the, uh, out for, say, driving, for a drive. So the tires are brand new, but still the company is having a policy that every 2 years you have to change the tire. Now, if I am, say, having a, say, Maruti Alto, or maybe some Tata Punch is there, or I am having Tata Harrier is there, or Mahindra XUV is there. So I can either purchase the tires from the company showroom, or I can purchase from the market also. Any other, uh, I can visit a tire showroom and I can purchase tire for my car if the car is normal. But if the car is Bugatti Veyron, we cannot. So what you have to do is, their mechanics, their engineers will be coming. They will be coming with the new tire. They will, say, take out the old tires, which may be very new, because you have not used that car at all, or you have used it only for, say, 100, 200, or 1,000 kilometer only, and the tires is very good. The tires can be, say, you can use that tires for next 5 years also. But what they will be doing, they will be taking out the old tires, they will replace it with the new tires, and they will take back those tires with them. You cannot keep those tires. And the reason given by the company is that they don't want their competitors to imitate the technology of theirs. That's the reason why they are not ready to, say, you cannot keep those tires. You have to give back those tires to the company, and you are informed about all these policies at the time when you are purchasing that car. So that is how these distinctive companies are keeping themselves distinctive. They are not ready to share their technology, and they are trying to make their technology that it should remain with us only. That is very important. Now, in recently, in the uh, conflict which was there earlier, the Iran and US conflict. In that particular conflict, an advanced sixth generation fighter plane of the America, that is F-35, their most advanced plane, it got crashed in Iran. And later on, it was informed in the press conference by the uh, US Defense uh, Ministry that the moment they realized that our plane is hit and it is down and it is there on the Iranian soil, the plane was damaged, but it is not that it cannot be, say, again, that damage cannot be repaired. It was repairable, but they sent the other plane, and those planes ensured that the downed F-35 plane is completely destroyed, completely destroyed. They bombed. The American planes are bombing. Just imagine that American planes flying and they are bombing their own plane. They are destroying their own plane. That means they are destroying their millions and billions of dollars, because it comes at a very high price. The price of that particular single plane is in billions, but they destroyed that plane. And the reason is that no one should get that technology. That is very important. That is called as distinctive. India, we all are aware that India has signed an agreement with the French company, and we had purchased purchasing. So they are made in France. They are built there, and then they are sent to India. We can only use it. We cannot design it. We cannot manufacture it. The most critical technologies, they have not transferred till the talks are there, interactions are going on between both the governments. India is insisting that we are ready to purchase more Rafale, but we need technology transfer. And the French counterparts, they are not ready yet. In future, what can happen, we are not aware that whether they will be agreeing to transfer of technology or not. So why they are not transferring the technology? Because they want to enjoy that distinctive competency, that we have that upper hand in this technology. If we pass that technology to you, then we will lose that upper hand. So every company which is having that distinctive competency, they wants to keep it that with themselves. They are not ready to share that distinctive competence. So that is the competency of the French company. So they do not want to share. India was also in talk with the American company, Lockheed Martin, that we are going to purchase your fighters, but condition is that you have to transfer us the technology. But the company refused. Lockheed Martin, they refused that we are not going to. We can sell you the plane. You can use those planes. We will train your pilot on how to fly these planes, but we are not going to transfer that technology. You cannot manufacture planes in India. And that's the reason why we refused the American. There were more conditions. So that is the one of the feature of distinctive competency which allows for unique product and services. Unique, the product becomes unique. Either you have to purchase it from that particular company or forget about it because no other option is there. That is one of the feature of distinctive competency. Next one is the it helps to achieve industry leadership. Again, very simple. The companies which are enjoying distinctive leadership, they are the industry leaders. They are enjoying the market leadership. And the last one is key driver of business success. As less competition is there, you are controlling the market, you are having a free hand in increasing the price of your product. And with this, the this distinctive gives competency gives you a upper hand in the business success. And when no competition or very less competition is there, you are able to increase the price of your product, then things are very different. In the future, you can anticipate that in next 10 years, next 20 years, next 30 years, your company is going to be profitable. Why? Because you are aware that you are having a distinctive competence. So that is very important. So this was related to the features of distinctive competency. In tomorrow's session, we will be talking about the benchmark and the types of benchmarking. Now, all these are the tools which are used in strategic management to see to it that the organization, how the organization is at present, what is the, say, present strength of the organization, and how the organization can grow by implementing these tools of strategic management in actual practice in the organization. So, in tomorrow's session, we will be talking about benchmarking as well as uh, types of what we have not discussed is yes. Uh, uh, I'll give you an example or the how that video analysis is actually implemented in the organization with an example. Uh, a slide is there, but because today I was unable to share my screen, I could not show you that slide of that the how the analysis, video analysis is done actually in the organization. In tomorrow's session, I will show you that analysis, and then we will move on to our this uh, the benchmark. What is benchmark, and what are the various types of benchmarking? So thank you everyone for being present in today's session. Tomorrow again we will be meeting at
Thank you, sir.
this time. Thank you.
Thank you.